You know that feeling, right? You see someone you care about, a friend, a family member, a colleague, and you can just tell they're going through something. You want to help, but you freeze. You're worried you'll say the wrong thing. Yeah, we have all been there. That feeling of just not knowing what to do. Well, this explainer right here, this is designed to fix that. We're going to build you a practical, compassionate toolkit so you can turn that worry into real, meaningful support. So here's our game plan. We're going to build this toolkit in 5 clear steps. We'll start with what mental health even is, then learn how to spot distress, get into the nitty-gritty of how to talk and listen, cover how to handle a crisis, and finally, wrap it up by building a solid circle of support. Okay, so first things first. Before we can help anyone, we've got to be on the same page about what mental health actually means. It's so much more than just someone saying they're okay. You know, mental health isn't some fuzzy concept floating around out there. It's the operating system for our lives. It's literally how we think, how we feel, and how we act. It's just as fundamental to our overall health as, say, our heart or our lungs. And this is a really crucial point. Good mental health isn't just about not having a diagnosed illness. It's about the presence of good things. It's about having resilience, the ability to bounce back. It's about having a sense of purpose and feeling good about yourself. It's an active state of well-being. All right, now that we've got that foundation, the next step is learning how to see. This is all about tuning our perception so we can recognize the signs, sometimes they're subtle, sometimes they're not, that someone might be struggling. So what does distress actually look like? Well, it can show up in all kinds of ways. You might see it in their emotions, like they're just sad all the time or get irritated really easily. Or it could be in their behavior. Maybe they've totally lost interest in their favorite hobby or they're pulling away from everyone. And hey, don't ignore the physical stuff either. Things like unexplained aches and pains or just being tired all the time. Those can be huge red flags. Now, here's the key. We're not talking about a single bad day. We all have those. What we're looking for are patterns. A bunch of these signs happening together or a big shift from how they usually are. And here's the number to remember. 2 weeks. If these changes stick around for more than 2 weeks, that's your signal. That's when it's really time to check in. So this brings us to the real core of our toolkit. You've noticed the signs, you're concerned, now what? This part is all about giving you the tools and the confidence to start a conversation that feels safe and genuinely supportive. I know it can feel like a huge hurdle, but starting the conversation can be this simple. A gentle, open-ended question like, how have you been coping lately? It's perfect. It's not pushy, it's not accusing, it's just a warm, simple invitation for them to share, if they feel ready. And this, right here, shows the night and day difference between what helps and what hurts. Our instinct might be to jump in and fix it with advice or to say something like, oh, it's not that bad, trying to make them feel better. But that usually just makes them feel dismissed. On the other hand, a simple, powerful phrase like, I'm here to support you, that opens the door. That says, I see you. Okay, so if they start talking, your job shifts. Your most powerful tool now is listening. And I mean really listening. It's a skill, and it's simpler than you think. Step 1 is your body language, open, engaged. Step 2, just little things, a nod, a yeah, or an uh-huh. And step 3 is the magic one. Just reflect back what you're hearing. It sounds like you're feeling really overwhelmed. Your goal isn't to fix the problem, it's to make them feel heard. Now, sometimes a conversation can reveal something really serious, that the person is in a crisis, and that can feel terrifying. But having a clear plan is what turns that fear into action. So let's walk through a safety protocol, step by step. Okay, first, we have to bust a huge, dangerous myth. A lot of people are afraid that if you ask someone about suicide, you might plant the idea in their head. The research is absolutely 100% clear. That is not true. Asking directly does not increase risk. It does the opposite. It shows you care enough to talk about the unspeakable. And this is the question. It needs to be direct, calm, and completely without judgment. Saying these words out loud. Are you thinking about ending your life? I know it feels like the hardest thing in the world, but it could also be the question that saves a life. It gives them permission to finally talk about it. Now, if the answer is yes, or even if you're just worried it might be, you don't have to panic. The key is to collaborate. You work with them to build a simple safety plan. This is a practical, concrete process that takes the focus off the immediate crisis and puts it onto a clear path for staying safe together. Okay, this brings us to our final and maybe most important section. You are not meant to do this alone. Nobody is. Real effective support is a team effort. So our last step is about building that circle of support for the person you care about and, just as importantly, for you.
Now, this is a slide you might want to pull out your phone and take a picture of. Seriously. These are professional 24/7 helplines with trained people ready to help. You can call them, the person in distress can call them. Having these numbers ready to go means help is always, always available.
And finally, let's talk about you. Supporting someone through a tough time is draining. It's emotionally heavy, and it is not selfish to take care of yourself. It is essential. I'll say it again. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Setting your own boundaries and getting your own support is what will allow you to keep being there for others. So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this one question. Because knowing this stuff is great, but taking action is what really matters. So think about it. What is one small thing you will do after this? Maybe it's just saving one of those numbers in your phone. Maybe it's practicing that open-ended question. That one small action, it could make all the difference in the world.